Hey, well, this morning I was inspired by some negative reinforcement, which I call the Commandant's reading list. Inspired to talk about knowing your enemy, because it doesn't seem to be getting taught these days. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're at war. We are at war with those that seek to destroy our way of life. But before we get into that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You might actually like what we're doing around here. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, I am not advocating for any type of overthrow or whatever really bad stuff might happen. I'm talking about knowing America's real enemy right now. We all know who they are and what they're doing. Now, as I start to talk, I know there are some out there that are on the fringe, not the right side, that may want to instantly hate quit the channel. And if that's what you want to do, hey, I support it 100%. But no, this is not an attack on you. This is just American ideology. If you want to hate quit the channel, I completely understand. I will not hold any ill will towards you, and I won't talk bad about you behind your back. If you know anything about me, you know that I love discourse. So hopefully you could stick around and we could survive this together. Okay, knowing your enemy was taught to me 30 plus years ago. It was on the Commandant's reading list. It's the Commandant's professional reading list. It's the Commandant of the Marine Corps. We had to read a book called Sun Tzu and the Art of War. And I mean, this is young. This is 18, 19-year-old men that had to learn this stuff. And it's actually pretty neat. You know, if you think about it, his teachings have actually stood the test of time. You know, I don't know, a couple, 2,000-3,000 years, something like that. I mean, do the math, check it out, Google it. Maybe you can tell me. When I say know your enemy, I'm referring to the current context of the nutbags that want to destroy everything that we know is true, that the country was built on. We have to understand, one, we're at war, and two, we have to understand our new enemy. As an admin note, I'd like to know what your thoughts on this subject are. If you're interested, the comment section is below. Now, I ran across this short video, you know, instead of you just listening to me babble on about America and knowing your enemy, I thought it would put things in perspective. So, I hope you enjoy it. It's really not very long, and yeah, let's watch that now.
When I started off in radio, we would get complaints about words or phrases or crossing the line, ideas. We would offend people. If somebody complained about something you said, they were always from the religious right that wrote a letter to your program director saying you need to be canceled. Now, that sounds quaint and comical now, right? We all know that if your program director got a letter from some group who wanted to pull you off the air, they would be atheist and from the left. So, and by the way, nobody complained more about the religious right-wing people than the progressive left-wing people. Like, oh, those do-gooders, leave us alone. Let us express ourselves creatively. If you don't like it, don't listen. You're going to let a couple of nut jobs pull you off the air. Now the same people that never stop complaining about that are getting everyone pulled off the air. They're now doing 10 times what the government used to do in terms of censoring your speech. They say they don't want to control the content, but their version of, we don't want to control the content, we just want to know what you're saying and then decide whether you get to keep your job or not, because what you're saying could be dangerous, because it's going to get people to do things that we don't like. It's sort of like, yeah, I'm for free speech. I just have to hear it first and then vet it and then okay it, and then we can have free speech. These were the same people that 10 minutes ago that were laughing at people that said these lyrics in these satanic rock songs are getting teenagers to act out, or these video games, these violent video games. They'd laugh at those people. It's not getting anyone to do anything. Grow up. People have their own will. Well, now those same people are saying if you tweet something, it's dangerous and it's going to get people to react. The progressives claim to be tolerant and free to be you and me, but they are not. People apologize because they're working under an old model with an old regime. Go back 20 years, they would say, get in front of it. go out and apologize. Then once you apologize, you take a little slap on the hand, 2-day suspension or something like that, and then we get on with our lives. Someone's offended. We don't know why. Just apologize. We'll get this thing over with. The new model is you can apologize all you want. We want your head. We want you fired. So it would be like you saying to your wife, hey, I want to apologize, hon, about what I said about the lasagna. And she'd go, fine, we're still getting divorced. And I'd go, but I said I was sorry. Yeah, I know. But now I see that as a sign of weakness. And I really want a divorce, like tomorrow. The new world order is you can't apologize. So you groveling and summoning up this fake apology and getting ass-canned from your job, that's lose-lose. If you're going to get fired, at least keep your head up. It's like you're putting a saucer of milk out because you're trying to be friends with the feral cat. But all you get is more feral cats. And you go, oh, I feel bad for the cat. I know, but you can't put the saucer of milk out. The apology is the saucer of milk. I know many people on the right, many people on the left. Nobody I know on the right's ever called for anyone on the left to be silenced or deplatformed or shut down.
Okay, so if you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it put things in perspective for you. So if Sun Tzu were teaching this class, if Sun Tzu were trying to make you understand, he would use these words, and I'll read them verbatim so I don't screw them up. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for which victory gained, you will suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. What did we learn from the video? Basically 3 things, and I hope they sunk in. 1, don't feed feral cats. 2, silence is not weakness. Preppers have a tendency to kind of hide in their cubby and watch. 3, your voice, your free speech, it matters. Speak up. Okay, so if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button. It really does help out. And until the next time in the next video, stay safe and have a great, that's right, it's for you,